Down the trail I went, lost 25 pounds, and now I'm spent. My ode to the PCT. As I got near the end of this truly epic journey, 2,653 long miles on the Pacific Crest Trail, my senses went on high alert. Everything felt magnified. Colors became more vivid. Textures became more sharply defined and intense. And the friendships and bonding that had formed so quickly and yet so deeply along this rugged trail, well, my gratitude for this became even greater with each passing mile. With only 30 miles to go, and after a 26-mile hiking day and a late evening arrival into this Harts Pass campsite, I was surprised and overwhelmed with hugs, hoots, cheers. Some of these hikers I hadn't seen for hundreds of miles, but the love and the bonding were still there. Then if you're lucky, you also find people like Space Cowboy, Captain Jackass, and Panty Dropper. Yes, these are great trail names, but they're also great people. And I loved the way that they truly lived the mantra, hike your own hike. They did this trail their way. And the internationals, like Gazelle here from Japan, all the folks from Israel, the Netherlands, the Czech Republic, Germany, Kazakhstan, and so forth, kudos to all of you for making it happen. And in the middle of God's country, I found the best belly laugh on the trail, Blowdown, and his sweetheart Salt. Hike a day with these two wonderful people, and you will be smiling for days. And kudos, by the way, to all the couples that took on this challenge together. These mountain peaks, and valleys, and meadows, and these stunning skies, and the ice-cold rivers. Sometimes I literally could not hike because I just wanted to sit and breathe and just take it all in. Reaching the Canadian border, the monument, the progress isn't made one day at a time. It's made one footstep at a time. And we're talking about roughly 5,300,000 footsteps. And just over 5 months for me. So when I saw these rocks signifying one more mile, it's really hard to describe that feeling, that emotion welling up inside. And then there it was, a simple, beautiful wooden monument, the Northern Terminus, Canada on the right, the USA on the left. So let the photo posing begin. Everyone took their turn, climbing the monument, smiling at the camera, taking pictures of everyone else, crying, laughing, joking. And the moment definitely called for a celebratory drink. For Recon, it was whiskey. Stilts, Taz, and George, it was beer. And for me, thanks to Janicita, it was a bottle of champagne. March 30th was the start date for both George and me. We met on day 2, hiked on and off together for chunks of the first half, and then I didn't see George for 1,000 miles or so until the last 2 weeks. So to finish the PCT on the same day was a treat. Lady, Unicorn, and Swiftie completed the PCT the same morning. This was a powerful trio, and Swiftie and I hiked together on one of the hottest days of the year. And she was only a few steps behind me when a baby rattlesnake coiled up and actually struck at her and barely missed. Signing the trail register and leaving your thoughts, what an honor. And to read the comments from others within this small contingent that had reached this same epic milestone, I was truly flying high. All right, so this guy here is a triple crowner. Just finished today. That's the Northern Terminus, the monument. Here's a sign that says, "Welcome to Canada, Manning Provincial Park." And Manning Park is at the end of this. It's a resort. This is the trail into Canada. I walked down at 0.2 miles because there's a really nice campsite down there. Some friends camped at with a bear bin and all sorts of facilities, pit toilet.
and it was beautiful, beautiful camp. But I wanted to step away from everybody for a moment to record some of my thoughts. I am just finished celebrating the Northern Terminus, the completion, so I am done. I just hiked 2,653 or 2,661 miles according to Android gut hooks. You know, we have started in the desert and went through the heat and the climbs and the long water carries, and then we hit the high Sierras with the high passes, you know, 13,000, 12,000, 11,000 foot, cold snowfields, big climbs, cold mornings, beautiful landscapes. Then the Northern California, which is kind of a grind because you're like, I'm still in California, you want to get done with California, but it's up and down, up and down. And then we had this like incredible heat this year with the heat dome. Record heats knocked a lot of people off the trail. It was tough. Climbing in the heat is my nemesis. Then Oregon, smoke, cranking, everybody's wanting to do big miles. And then finally, the state of Washington. Tough, more climbs, but I really enjoyed it. Still did big miles. Slowed down toward the last 2 weeks because I knew we were ahead of all the weather and season, even though we had some big rain and stuff. But it has been an endurance challenge like nothing I've ever faced before on a mental, emotional, and physical level. Emotionally, you miss your family, you miss your kids, you miss your community. You miss the normal things in life. That's very emotional. Physically, you are climbing and descending 10, 12, 14, sometimes 16 hours a day. Today, or yesterday, for example, we did 24 miles, 25 miles, somewhere in there, and we climbed almost 7,000 feet and descended 6,500, up and down all day long. It is, you know, and then mentally, you get into zones where you're like, what am I doing? This is killing me. This heat, the climbing, the physical exhaustion, being on the ground all the time, eating, sleeping, drinking. It is an endurance challenge mentally like nothing I've ever faced before. And I've learned to overcome that and say, this is temporary. I will get through this. I will complete this hill soon. On and on. It has taken a lot out of us. But it has also given so much. The beauty of this trail, being out here in nature, the freedom on this trail, the people is the most amazing thing about this journey. I have received so much kindness and love and generosity and support from amazing people. Politics disappeared on this trail. There is no television, there is no media out here, and all that divisiveness that we've been experiencing in the real world has been gone, and it is a beautiful thing, and it has been a powerful lesson. And I love it. I have gained so much from this. And today I touched the Northern Terminus monument. and I'm stoked. And now, because of COVID and all that, I can't go to Manning Park in Canada 8 more miles. I have to go back 30 miles. So we got to hump it out. We will be off the trail tomorrow. And I'm going to look so forward to waking up in the morning. My brother's picking me up, by the way. I'm really stoked about that. I'm going to wake up in the morning and I don't have to walk anywhere. I'm going to look forward to the modern conveniences of life. I will enjoy going to a Starbucks and just getting a cup of coffee, ordering a pizza, sleeping in, being able to use a toilet when I wake up in the morning. Oh my God, what a blessing that will be. Being warm when I wake up in a warm room instead of freezing cold like this morning. Anyway, it's been the most incredible journey. Thank you all for your support as I've gone along on this. Because I've received so much support, and love. It's been an amazing trip. Anyway, happy trails.
On the way back from the Canadian border to Harts Pass, I ran across this woman, Teri Schneider. It turns out that Teri and I went to middle school together in Santa Cruz, California. This is about 41 years ago. I have not seen her since. That's where we're going over the top of that in a few more miles and we're camping. And that means that tomorrow we have maybe 14 miles-ish to get to Harts Pass, which means that we are off the trail and we are done, baby. That pass leads to freedom. And then, as I'm hiking out and he's hiking in, I run across this fine gentleman, Machete. My High Sierras hiking buddy, and he is as solid as they come. He is an extraordinary human being. Thanks, Machete, for your friendship and for the amazing memories. Gravity, son! And this is Sunshine and LarBear. They're another amazing couple, and here it is, the end of the end. And my brother, Tom, Uncle Tom Bear, thanks for being a great trail angel and hauling small groups of hiker trash off the trail, and for those excellent nectarines. And to the core 4, Blue, that's me on the left, Taz, Stilts, and George, thanks for the laughs and support and for making the hiking miles fly. And thank you to the Pacific Crest Trail and Mother Nature for sharing your wild world with us all. The PCTA that keeps this trail together, all the phenomenal trail angels along the way, and there were just way too many wonderful trail angels to list out. Thanks to the splendid hiker community on the trail, and last but certainly not least, all the family support and love, like my girlfriend Donna, with all her love, support, and patience with my time away. My stepson Mikey for the section hike, my sister Laura for her hospitality and trail magic, my Uncle Mike and Aunt Patty for their hospitality, my buddy Bruce for hauling me off the mountain for Father's Day, my brother Tom and sister Gina for hauling, housing, and feeding us all, and all the cheering and support so many of you sent my way. Thank you, and happy trails.